Hello my loves, I am delighted to bring you my little book of stars, a zodiac book. You get a choice of another couple of words there that I haven't used, and this is an accordion fold book, and on the front we have Aries, and we open with Aries. And if you're wondering why I haven't begun with January, it's because the zodiac year begins with the spring equinox, which is the symbol of obviously new life. So a new year begins with the spring equinox, and we go right the way through all the star signs, and each one has a little pocket and a little card that we can pop inside to record our loved ones' birthdays according to their zodiac sign, like that. And when we turn over, we've got all of the star signs depicted in these beautiful, beautiful illustrations. So it works like a book like this, and it also opens up as a big long frieze as well, and the same on this side. Use it like a book or open it out. There we go. It's really lovely. It matches my bookmarks and my card toppers with these gorgeous zodiac images. Nice little addition. You can make a lovely little gift set with the bookmarks, the card toppers, and this little book of stars as well. Come with me, let's see how we make it. Here are my pieces all cut out and ready to go. I've got my 12 little cards here that I've printed on paper. You can do those on card if you want to. I've left mine white, but you can print yours with the aged paper backing if you want to, that comes with the kit. You've got 2 cover pages here. You've got 3 little words, and you've also got the main book pages as well. Now you want to score down all of these lines that you can see, including the tabs that you get on 2 of the pages. If your piece is too long, which mine is, to go in your whatever type of scoring board you've got, you can score these lines first. You can fold it in half and you can pop it in like that to score all of these horizontal lines that go across the 3 pieces. Now we're going to stick this together. It's going to seem a little counterintuitive, but bear with me, okay? So we're going to begin with this page here, which has got Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn and Sagittarius on it, and then we're going to take Scorpio, Libra, Virgo and Leo next, and we're going to glue those 2 pieces together. So take the tab next to Scorpio, making sure that you've scored everything first, which I haven't. Let's get in a gluey mess down here, shall we? So having already scored all of these pieces, we're going to put some glue on this tab here. Run it all the way down, and we're going to stick Sagittarius over the top of Scorpio like this. Line that up nice and neatly, and then we're going to move this along. We're going to get to Cancer, which I also haven't scored, along this tab edge here. I've scored all these others, I think. So glue that tab. That is then going to stick onto the back of Leo. Like that, and we're going to give those a minute to dry. I've got this great big long frieze now. Look at that. It looks lovely as a frieze. It would equally be really, really nice as little tiny bits of framed artwork. I think these are really pretty. There are bookmarks and card toppers to go with this series, and this is a lovely little astrology book to match. And when you've given your glue a little bit of time to dry, we're going to fold up this pocket that runs along the bottom of everything. Just ease it in. There's one I didn't do. Oh no, I did do it. Make sure you've scored all of this one before you start to stick it together, because you've got no chance of getting this in your scoring board, have you? And just fold that up. Like I say, ease it in. And make sure everything's sitting nicely before you commit to pressing down hard. Do that all the way along. Give yourself a nice sharp crease when you're happy. There, and then we can start zigzag folding this thing. We're going to fold so that the plain side is on the outside to begin with, and we're just going to zigzag fold this along and make sure that everything is staying nice and square as you fold. And there we go. That's your little booklet complete. And you've got all of these little pockets that stay nicely together because of the folds. You don't need to glue those. They work really, really well as they are. Now the next thing we're going to do is make our covers. And for that I'm going to be using a sheet of pulp board. It's beer mat board. It's used for making beer mats, and I love it because it's got the chunk of chipboard but without the density. It's much easier to cut. Really, really love this stuff. Right, we've got our two covers here. We've got our board, we've got our book. We need a ruler, and we're going to measure just slightly larger than our book and just slightly smaller than our panel. This one's a little bit easier to see. So I've got 3 inches there. I've got 2.5 inches here, so I'm going to go 2 3/4 inches, make my covers ever so slightly larger than my book. So I'm going to go 2 3/4 square. I haven't given you the exact dimensions in the actual kit. You might choose to print yours at a different size. Your printer settings might be slightly different, so we'll do that as we go. So 2 3/4 inches. I'm going to measure that off. Can I get them both? Yes, I can, in this strip here. I love this little ruler, by the way. Janet put me onto this little ruler, and I really love it. It's not long enough for everything though. So yeah, draw yourself a line across at 2 3/4 inches, or whatever you've decided your cover size is going to be. And ditto, we're going to come down. Squares. I can go ahead and cut those out now on my little cutting mat with my knife. Good practice to cut into your spare space. Don't cut into your work, so put your ruler over the space you want to protect. And this stuff cuts really, really nicely. You'll see now that just 2.5 light slices and we're through. Unlike chipboard. I'd still be going with it if it was chipboard. There we go, just 2 slices through. I haven't cut that quite straight. I'm a devil for this, you know. But we can put it back on. Press nice and hard on your ruler so it doesn't slip about the place. Look how easy that was to do. Imagine if you were working with chipboard there. Get that one right. Very light slices, and I'm through with 3. I don't know how much I can tell you about this stuff. I'm delighted with it. I ordered myself some. I think I got it from eBay, but I'm sure it's available on Amazon. Pulp board or beer mat board. Right, now find my glue. and glue all over one of these pieces. Obviously it's good practice to check to check that you're happy with your size before you go ahead and do that. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to glue all over this piece. Stick this down over the top. Bit tricky to line up. But you can always just fold down these edges a little and just check that we're coming out. We can just see that image all around. Yeah, that'll do nicely for that one. Same with the other one. So let's stick the back down. To stick the back down, I'm going to pop some glue into my corners. Easier if we let that go tacky. Might as well go all around actually, why not? And then I'm going to take my corner and I'm going to bring it in and stick it down. This is why it's easier if we let it go tacky. And then I'm going to, with my thumbnail, make a crease in there to define the edge of that piece of board. And I'm going to go the same all the way around both pieces. Eventually, I'll just do one at a time. So bring that in so that it's at right angles. Reinforce that edge with a nail. If you want to, you can put a little bit of glue there as well. There we go. And then just bring this section up and pull it tight around and stick it down. Like wrapping a present. Pull it down nice and tight. There we go. That is one section of your covered book. Reinforce all those creases. Use a folding bone if you like. And there is our cover looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to repeat the same with this piece. So here, there's a little spring over here. Here are my two covers done. I've got my little booklet here. One cover is going on the front. Pisces is going on the back. So all I need to do now is pop glue all over the reverse of this front section. I'll spread that out to the edges and let it go a little bit tacky just because that's nice. I'll do this to get the glue off me. Right. Easier to do this with this section open, I think, making sure that we've got Aries the right way up, the lovely ram, and stick this piece on nice and centrally and stick it down. We've also got this little flap here that we need to apply just a little narrow seam of glue up this edge there. That's the front of our book done. And then we've got Pisces at the back. Glue on the back of this piece as well. making sure we've got our lovely mermaid the right way up. And then we can stick this piece down centrally. And same again with this end piece, little narrow seam of glue up this edge here. There we go. That is our little booklet complete. Hopefully I haven't stuck my pages together. I've got a little glue issue there. I can just rub that off. There we are. There's our little zigzag accordion book, looking grand. If you find that your pages are a little bit like this, that your booklet is a little bit misaligned, you can line up your front and your back. There's only going to be a slight discrepancy in those pages and you can squash it like that. Your pages are going to adapt just fine. We'll look at it on the reverse. We've got these beautiful, beautiful images going on, gorgeous, that correspond with their names on the other side. And then we've got our little pages that we can pop inside. There we are, and that is the little booklet complete, apart from our words. And you can position those wherever you feel you'd like to position them. I'm going to ink the edges of both the words and the book. I think this book really benefits from some nice grungy vintage edges. So I'll do that in a moment. I'm going to go with Little Book of Stars. You've also got Zodiac, and you've got another word here somewhere that I've lost. So there we go, birthday book. So you can put that wherever you want to. I'm going to put it at the front, at the bottom, with a little bit of hello there, and I think that just finishes that off so nicely, along with some nice inking on these edges and making those corners nice and dark. It really finishes it off beautifully. Well, so there we go. That is complete, and now you have these lovely spaces to write down all your friends and family's birthdays according to their zodiac sign. I hope you love that, my dears, and I will see you next time.